Hey, this is Sarah. So did a little more work on the opportunities and took a look at one of the solutions that we could that's implemented and you could consider for how to manage events or the reunions, both the class gift as well as the actual event payment itself. But first, let's take a small look at one of the things that I fixed. If you hit New Opportunity here, which is the way someone who's doing a lot of data entry might choose to go, and let's just say that it's a reunion for the sake of, that's what we're talking about today. We'll hit continue. In the past, you could just free form the name and it would be anything. I have a couple of donations in there that are just A. So what I did is I put a workflow rule in that overwrites the name and standardizes it. And it standardizes it in a way that the nonprofit starter package did, where it's the contact name, the word donation, followed by a blank space, and then the date in the same format. So here we go. So this would be one way to do it. And we will say that it was for you. And we'll say that the amount was, we'll go with 72. And close date. For the reunions, we're going to want to have the campaign. And I should make that field required. In this instance, we'll say class of 81. And then we're going to hit save. Oh, not yet because I did not put in a value for the stage. Posted. Save. Awesome. So now I'm going to go down to here to my payment, and I notice I don't have a recipient fund. So I'm going to want to make, let's say that for the event itself, that was $50. And then we're going to save it. Nice. And now we're going to go ahead and clone it for the other two, that is the class. And one of the things that's nice about this, you might notice that the class year is right there. So let's just go ahead and make that the $22 that went to the class gift. Save. I can go back and check my donation and make sure that it was all good. And indeed, everything looks as expected. Now let's talk a little bit about how, if I were managing the event, the field organizer or the event organizer who was doing this, I would have a campaign. So I went ahead and created one called Class of 1981. But we could even create a new one, and we'll call this one Class of 1982. And we'll say that it's active. We need to have a small conversation about what you would like to have in the campaigns. There's lots of different ways that we can roll it. In the meantime, we can just call this a conference. Well, the status, we'll say that it's in progress. And we'll give the same start date and end date. But clearly here, this is where we would put our event date. And if we wanted to do any budget management, we could also put that in there. We could look at doing some fun roll-up fields as well. And the class here in this instance is going to be 1982. Here we go. We don't have a parent campaign structure, but I can imagine one where you might, like reunions of in 2013, 2014. It has some nice roll-up features that will allow you to look at how much are the reunions making in total, and or what's the number of attendees. That also might be helpful. And then there's description if we want. Save. And then from there, I'll say, all right, so I need to add people to my campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and add members. And I'm going to want to click contacts. And then from there, I'm going to choose class year. And I could use this big long, I could just type in the value, 1982. Or if I wanted to, I could do the point and click and drill on down through the list until I got to 1982. Probably easier to just type in the year. And then I'm going to click Go. And it's looking now for all the records that have the class year of 1982. So to add them to the campaign, I just click this little button right here. And it's worth noting that by default, Salesforce selects something like 15. So probably one wants to display 200 records to make it easier. So I still have my 198 selected. I hit Next. And I hit Next. And I'm just going to go through and riff through this. One of the nice things about the campaign members is I can't add duplicates. And the other nice thing about organizing this way is I could turn around and I could add educators to this event if I wanted to. And I could also add spouses, or I could, whatever mix of people feels appropriate, but they would then be invited to my reunion for the class of 1982. And I'm going to add with the status is sent. We can have a conversation about statuses, maybe not now, whenever you're ready to talk about, you know, how does your event manager manage her list? What are the different statuses or stages that she runs folks through? How could this be the most helpful tool to her? So there it is, or him. I've added in my 683, and now I have our friend Adam. So here is where I could track the attendance. I could do different things as well, and that's a nice feature. Well, let's go ahead, and we're worried about opportunities right now. So we're creating an opportunity, type reunion, continue, and the opportunity name, again, now it writes itself, so we don't have to worry about it, but we do have to put a value in the field. It's kind of silly. It's just a Salesforce thing that unfortunately can't be changed. And we'll say Adam Goodfriend. What a great last name. And then we're just going to go, he was just $50. He didn't go for the class gift. He just wants to come to the event. So now we're going to go down here to our payment, and we're going to edit our friend payment, and we're going to make the recipient the event payment. Save. And that is all there is to it. There's probably, I think we're good, but let me know if you have any questions, and we can take it from there. Hope you're having a good day.